We're going to do Bashar al-Assad. Interview from NBC from July 2015. Speaks multiple languages. English is not his first language. We're going to watch his brain twist his body as he thinks up the words specifically in not his native tongue to use. The interviewer asked him about the presidential election back in 2015 and who he would like. And I thought it was a little funny, the little expression that Assad gives. And guess what I found? Oh, I didn't find it. I knew it was there the whole time. I just had a brain fart every time I did these videos. The slow motion feed on YouTube. So, yay for me and you. Bashar al-Assad is going to defend his army here in a second. And watch these eyes. I mean, they'll come this way and it'll go down an angle. Now, the thing with eyes, and they sit there and go, well, if they go this way, it means they're telling the truth. And if they go this way, it means they're telling a lie. Not necessarily. If they go this way, they're accessing memories, which is why you would sit there and say they're telling you the truth. And they go to the left, they're accessing the creative part. They're thinking. So it doesn't necessarily mean lying, especially when you're talking about someone with a second language. He doesn't go left in this answer. But when he goes left, or anyone else who has speaking a different language, he goes left in their thinking, they're trying to put their brain together. Which word do they want to use? They're creatively thinking, which word should I use? They're going back to memory. They're thinking of what has happened. What has happened. You could sit there and go right to left, left to right, and creatively think up a lie. So going that way doesn't necessarily mean deception. It doesn't necessarily mean truth. It's just telling you based on other expressions that go with it. It's the other thing with these body language stuff. You have to look at other things that are going along with these expressions to find out what is going on. Now here's his eyes as we, because of the cutting to him, we get to see where the eyes start out from. And looking at this face, you're seeing his eyes are this way. He's got that thinking thought. That's the thinking thought. Everything up here is relaxed. Mouth is open, ready to respond. That's important. Because if he wasn't ready to respond and he was looking up for the creative part for deception, like I said, you have to put everything together. His mouth will still be closed because he's not ready to talk yet. Yeah, I get excited about these things. Oh. So we're accessing memory, and his head is turned this way too. Brain is engaged in that side as well. All of these things you have to put together.
Actually, the Syrian army has made a lot of advancement.
See the head turn?
Recently.
And that is he straightens out.
And that's the goal
I'm actually so glad I finally had my brain fart off about this whole slow motion thing. Yay for me and you. Assad here is speaking about his relationship with Russia. And the interviewer is accusing him of owing Russia a lot. And so he was asking him about his relationship. And Bashar al-Assad goes into it's about values and not politics. Throughout the interview, Assad adamantly talks about intentions and values as his main thing when it comes to dealing with other countries. He says America likes to make deals. And he says it in a way that just, it's like, they're throwing dew on me. Get the doo-doo off. So when I'm showing you this one about how he is forming what he believes politics should be, which is values instead of political,
politics built on values. This is very important. The second thing, their interest is common interest with us now because they are fighting the same terrorists that they should fight in Russia. We are fighting the terrorists that could be fighting in Europe, in the United States, anywhere else in the world. But the difference
Ugh, trying to stop it on his eyes.
between
Eyes open. Okay, that's about as far as they go. With the Lynch and who else? Cummings has done it. And Clinton has done it when they do eyebrows. And this is Donald Trump too, as far as an eyebrow talker. Cummings, Lynch, and Clinton, when they do eyebrows, their eyebrows go up like his, but their eyes open wide as well. When you see Donald Trump use eyebrows, and you'll find with Assad doing eyebrows, the eyes do not come open wide. It is just the eyebrows. That is important. One, because people who open their eyes, that's an intentional movement, unless you're in shock or surprise. It is what do you call it? It's an innocence. You're trying to portray innocence and meekness and just to get the sympathy of your audience by doing that. Whereas with the videos that I've shown you so far with the eyebrow talkers, it is literally just a communication device. It is not for sympathy. It is not for innocence. It is literally just for communication. So we see him using his eyebrows here, and he's using it comfortably, but in a way that he's emphasizing words in a conversational tone. Clinton had the randomness, but it's not a true randomness rhythm. She picks out what she wants flexed. Conversational wise, Donald Trump has the randomness and Assad has a randomness, but they're true randomness. And how can you tell between randomness false and randomness true? Because always in a randomness that's false, you will start getting a beat in there. As you listen to it more, you'll hear a beat. It's just a longer beat. The whole point why it's a false randomness is because the beat is so long and then it starts to repeat. And by the time most people think to realize, oh, there's a beat there, it's just a really long beat. Whereas true randomness, there's never a pattern to it. No matter how long it goes, there's just never a pattern to it.
Important in the other Western official that he could see that clearly, while the other officials in Europe or in the Western journal couldn't see that. That's why his intervention is based on values and at the same time based on...
And this one I'm going to show you Assad. His body's going to twist right here in his shoulders. They're going to twist a few times as his brain is trying to think of the word he wants to use. It's quite common for people that are bilingual, as their brain is tripping over to translating in their brain for you to hear, for body reactions to come out in some way.
You can make, how to say,
Twitch.
You can rehearse.
And another twitch.
You can prepare yourself. So that's not the...
One more time.
You can make, how to say,
Twitch.
You can rehearse.
Twitch.
You can prepare yourself.
Those tiny movements that you wouldn't see otherwise. Do it one more time in normal speed so you can see how fast it goes for the body.
You can make, how to say, you can rehearse. You can prepare yourself. So
Pretty
that's not
fast.
like...
About to watch Assad, and I want you to notice his eyebrows stay up for longer than they should, and his forehead No, not it's not his brow. His forehead is tensed up. And we'll discuss that. Let's look at him first in slow-mo.
Build our politics on day-to-day politics.
But you're following this election.
Not really.
Staying
not
up.
Really. Because as
Wrinkled.
I said, you don't follow anything that you cannot
And then they go down.
consider as
He goes, not really, we're following this election. His eyebrows are up, and his forehead is strained at the top. But they're staying up at a at a length of time they really shouldn't if he was just communicating. I would call this an exaggeration. The questioner, you're following this election. Assad goes, not really. And as soon as he goes into his why on why he does not want to admit it, then his face starts just, talking. It's like somebody trying to get through. I don't want to call it a lie because technically it's not a lie. I would say it would be an exaggeration. It would be the closest thing. But those are those little things your body will sit there and do as it does not want to. I don't want to agree completely with you. Don't lie, I will give you away. But I'll exaggerate. We're going to play this at normal speed. This is the questioner is asking him, how do you feel about Donald Trump in the election? Mind you, this is back in 2015. This facial expression is priceless. See if you can catch this.
Trump. What do you know of Mr. Trump?
nothing. Just what I heard in the media.
Nothing. Nothing, just what I heard in the media. I hope you got that. Let's try this. Let's do this in slow motion. Maybe you'll see it better.
Donald Trump. What do you know of Mr. Trump?
Nothing. Just what I heard in the media and during the
All right.
Donald Trump. What do you know of Mr. Trump?
All right. Beginning of this question. Normal face. Normal face. That's important. Because Assad, what's good about him as far as makes it really easy for body reading is his words match so well with his mouth and body language. They just meld. Beginning, nothing. But watch what happens on that word, media.
nothing. Just what I heard in the media.
Yes. The eyes are smiling. His mouth is smiling. In 2015, it was getting pretty comical then. And I just imagine in the Middle East and probably around the world with some of the antics that have gone down with this election, it's been quite a reality series. And not that technically we didn't need to be made fun of, but I mean, you have to admit it's been funny. Let's look at Clinton real quick because he asked him the same question. Let's see how much he smiles then. See if you notice Hillary Clinton on normal speed.
Clinton wins the election.
Again, the same. I have to repeat the same answer. It depends on her politics. What politics is she going to adopt? Is she going to prove that she's tough and take the United States?
There's no happiness in this face. I didn't get to go over everything I wanted to show you in this. But thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like it. If you like the content, please subscribe. If you have any suggestions, please be specific. I read comments, so put in the comment section with a specific video, a specific name, a specific question, and it has to be someone that I can find other content on so we can see a norm on the individual. Again, thank you for watching and have a blessed day.